Brian Eckberg.
My pleasure.
You're not done with us.
Cool.
We're going to be playing more games soon. But right now, fellas, Pokemons.
Pokemans.
Yes.
We're going to play some.
I don't know if you know this, but Pokemon is huge.
Yeah.
And it's still huge. It's not like some passing fad. You know, Pokemon is big. Diamond and Pearl coming out next week, and we have Diamond version here, right?
Yes, we have Diamond. I've been playing through it. I'm good 15, 16 hours into it, and it's long, like the Pokemon games are.
It's an RPG. They're supposed to be long.
It's an RPG. You're going to get a lot of value out of this game because it goes forever.
So, I mean, other than being on the DS, what makes Pokemon Diamond and Pearl different than the previous games?
Well, there is, of course, a whole glut of new Pokemon in the game. I think there's something like 103 or 107 new Pokemon that haven't been seen before. You'll see also, obviously, it makes use of the dual screens here.
Right.
It's hard to tell from here, but actually these buildings in town are polygonal, unlike everything's been flat 2D before. It actually does have some 3D elements to the graphics, and it does some nice kind of scaling action to it. It does. It's a very nice, very colorful looking game.
So now the bottom screen here, is this...
This is my Poketch, my Pokemon watch that you're seeing here.
Okay.
And it tells you the time, as you can see, with the fun little Pikachu.
It's later than 3:26.
I know that, but this is inaccurate. So, but if I hit the little red button here, I can also scroll through some other applications.
A sweet calculator.
I have a sweet calculator, so that's a lot of fun. There's what appears to be a pedometer here, so it's
how many steps you've taken.
Look how many steps I'm taking. Which actually is useful because you have certain potions and spells, I guess you'd call them, that only really that work for a certain number of steps.
Okay.
So knowing how many steps you've taken since you did something is useful information. I've also got one that tells you the current status on all your Pokemon. There's one, this one with the crosshairs lets you know like if there's any hidden items nearby, and you actually get more and more of these little applications as you progress.
Cool.
Otherwise, it's Pokemon. You,
all right.
Talk to this guy, and he gives me a sweet new rod.
Is that a good rod?
That's a good rod.
Right on. Can we see some fighting?
Yes.
Okay, well, you find some fighting. Rich, you got any questions over there?
Oh, gosh. Questions. Kurt Bixby, awesome.
Is outraged.
Yeah. What is the total number of Pokemon in Diamond and Pearl?
A lot.
The total number of Pokemon in the game?
Yeah.
Is, I'm going to say it's about 493. It's in the high fours. A lot of Pokemon.
So you're saying that this does have all the old Pokemon from the previous games?
Yes, you will see familiar. This isn't just brand new Pokemon. I've seen Pikachu, I've seen Jigglypuff, I've seen lots of...
But have you seen Wigglytuff?
I have not seen Wigglytuff, but that's just because I'm not far enough into the game.
Okay, all right.
So here, this is kind of like, we've seen this sort of action before, where it's 2-on-2 fighting, where you've got two trainers that are coming at you.
Okay, so now it's just use the touchscreen to select what moves you want to do.
You can use the touchscreen, or you can just fun around with the D-pad as well.
I like to fun around.
I'm going to use the Flame Wheel, because that's a pretty boss move that my Monferno has. And then, let's see here, I'll use the Rock Throw from my Geodude.
Geodude.
Other differences include, from past Pokemon, there are new evolutionary versions of different... I just destroyed Mime Jr. with that one, so that's a good move. There are different evolutionary versions of Pokemon, so Pokemon that you're familiar with will be able to evolve to
into
another
new forms.
stage.
All right.
There's also, I think, probably the biggest new feature in Diamond and Pearl is the inclusion of online support.
Okay, yeah, so you can get online and fight.
You can get online and you can battle with other trainers. Obviously, you got to use the friend code system, so it's got to be buddies of yours. But then there's also a trading system, so you can post. It's basically like eBay for Pokemon.
All right.
You can just post Pokemon that you have that you want to trade. You get like a valuable Pokemon or a rare Pokemon.
I've got a coughing that I'm not trading away because it's so awesome.
I think that's very rare, but hanging on to that's a good investment.
It's high level. High level coughing.
I gotta choose a new thing here.
Self-destruct, dude.
Let's see here. Well, now I got to roll out as the new one.
Okay. So there are new attacks for old Pokemon as well?
There are also new attacks for old Pokemon, and then, of course, you get new Pokemon, you get new powers, and you got to discard the old ones. Oh, gosh, I don't know what I want to do with this. Yeah, let's get rid of... Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Rich, what you got?
Everyone wants to know about online.
Yeah, so there's also voice chat support, which I haven't had a chance to really mess around with yet because it's not out yet.
Right.
So finding people to play with is a little bit tough.
Sure.
But yeah, so there's the whole battling system. Then you can also trade your Pokemon, and that's kind of the extent of it, to my knowledge.
Right.
How do you do it? menu stuff?
There's like
Leafy?
There's a spot in one of the towns in Jubilife City, in which one of the first towns
Big
you
up.
go to.
We're #1 in Jubilife City.
#1. You go there, and there's a part of town where you can go into that there's buildings that have counters that you go up to, and then they set you up from there.
Cool.
It's it's pretty straightforward.
So now you're getting hit by Bonesley here?
Yes. Bonesley is going to feel the fury. My Monferno is actually probably one of my better... I'm going to use Magnitude because it's just burly. My Monferno is one of my better Pokemon at the moment. He's a higher level.
Pretty good looking attacks, you'd say, from what you've seen so far?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
little fire wheel thing there.
One of the things I've noticed...
See, he's strong against fire.
He doesn't like that. We'll have a Magnitude
But
7 Earthquake, which hurts my guy.
That's messed up.
But then also is going to destroy Bonesley here. Or Bonsley. Done.
Super effective.
The attacks are really good. The music's really good. Some of the sound effects are a little bit inconsistent. It sounds like there's some stuff that's been carried over from one too many Pokemon games in the past. But the colors look really nice. There's a lot of really nice just transitional animations from going into fights and getting out of fights and things like that.
Can you maybe show? Is the Pokedex? Can you show us the Pokedex a little bit? Is that in there?
Yeah, we can still pull that.
Kind of look around here, just real quick, like.
Rich.
One last question here.
Sure. Ramsey in Ottawa speaks for all of us. What's the difference between Diamond and Pearl?
Different Pokemon.
Pearl has a bow in her hair.
Get right out of town.
Really?
That's it.
Thanks for coming by.
There's the Pokedex.
Okay, quick look at the Pokedex here before we move on. Do you have Pikachu? Let's see Pikachu.
I should.
He's like number 25 or something.
Yeah, I've got Pikachu.
Jeff, you know a
he's
bit
not
about the
number
Pokemon.
But do they renumber them?
They may have.
Or did I just not remember? All right, well.
Psyduck, yeah. So there's plenty of Wurmple.
Psyduck, cool.
Yeah, there's plenty of recognizable
Trico.
Pokemon.
Okay, sweet.
I have not found Trico yet.
Trico.
I have not
All right.
run across Trico, but I'll let you know when I do.
Cool.
So that's
All right.
Pokemon Diamond.
Nice.
Review for that early next week, and also coming out early next week. So.
Early next week, so it's on.
It's on early next
It's on
week.
like Pokemon. Rich?